record on this computer, and let me share with you my screen. Where is my screen? I lost that. Where is it? Share screen. Here we go. All right, action, huh? This is our screen. I want to go back a bit, guys, honestly speaking, okay? Why? Because I want to show you what we talked about last time. For those, who were not with us on Saturday, I just quickly want to say what we discussed on that day, okay? We talked about, adjectives and adverbs, okay? صفات الظروف, all right? And we said that adjectives are used to describe nouns. هدول guys اللي اسمهم adjectives. صفات بنستخدمهم لوصف الأسماء. والadverbs we said are used to discuss what? Verbs نستخدمهم لوصف الأفعال ولوصف الصفات. Imagine, لهم 3 jobs. And to describe also adverbs. وكمان حتى نفس الظروف ممكن نوصف الظرف كمان أكثر، يعني نحدده أكثر بما معناه، أوكي؟ فإلها هاي الادverbs وظائف عديدة، 3 وظائف، بتوصف adverbs ثانية، بتوصف صفات، بتوصف الأفعال، لكن مجال استخدامها أقل، أوكي؟ However, we said adjectives إلها 1 job to describe a noun, to describe nouns, adjectives describe nouns لوصف الأسماء، لكن مجالها أوسع، يعني every day we use them. Every day, like every other sentence has an adjective described, guys, all right? You describe an adjective in every other sentence. That's what, happens, all right? طبعا some examples on adjectives حكينا, guys, بعض الأمثلة على adjectives we have, for example, this one, recent, public, evident, okay? You can say this is a recent event. حدث, حديث, okay? A recent event, all right? حدث, حديث, that's really, great, huh? Let's say a public library. Okay, I went to the public library. Public means العام, guys. Library, المكتبة. All right? Got the idea? All right. So this is how you can use these adjectives, okay? Look at these adverbs. Recently, I watched TV recently. شاهدت التلفاز recently, يعني مش من زمان, guys. حديثاً. All right? Something like that, okay? So, just to show you, and these are examples as you can see, all right? And أعطيتكم الشائع أكتر, guys, all right? But of course, you have to go through the details. إحنا خدنا التفاصيل هاي كلها. سؤالي أنا كان إنه did we take these on Saturday or on Wednesday before Saturday? This skill, the one that has to do with 46. Me, guys, come on.
Hey, Doctora, and when is the
Yeah, I felt that we took it on Wednesday. All right, so this is something we've already even discussed, not on Saturday before, but it doesn't hurt, guys, to remind you of these things. All right, and take a look again at the examples. Look at this. She sings beautifully. The verb sings. It's described, with beautifully. This is the adverb. We don't say adjective because it describes the verb. Then we went through this example. Look, she is a beautifully dressed woman. Woman is the noun. She's dressed up, this is an adjective. But look, we want to describe also the adjective, beautifully dressed. See how when the adjective is also described, or we call it narrowed down, guys, all right? Narrowed down, we call it here what? An adverb, all right? When the adjective is described with a word, okay? And the word is an adverb, of course, and so on. Look at this sentence, how elaborate it is, She is a truly, beautifully dressed woman. Of course, such sentences are barely said, We don't say them like every day, مش كل يوم نقول جمل زي هيك, but we can say sentences like this. She's a truly, beautifully dressed woman. يعني هي المرأة مالها مش بس لابسة بشكل جميل عن جد truly. احنا بنستخدم هذا الاسلوب يعني for real, truly. That's what it means, all right? So we're also not just describing, the adjective. So the adjective is described by beautifully, and then beautifully is, we call it, guys, described or narrowed يعني موصوفة أكتر, بدقة أكتر. So truly, beautifully. We use these, words in life, that. Okay? So just go over them again, guys, and make sure that you really understand them, all right? Yeah. And about the final, guys, like I said, I'm going to exclude what we took in the midterm, okay? Yani it's fine. Sometimes even, at universities, we do that for our students. It's like a favor. We want them to be focused more on let me say, half the skills. It would probably be better than them being focused on all of them and then probably not being focused at all. All right. So what I'm going to do is choose some skills for you for the final exam. And basically the skills are not just one or two. No, the ones that came after the midterm. All right. And as your classmate, your spokesman said that the ones that are in the skills in the written expressions are even easy, right? He said that. He spoke on your behalf and said they were easy. So enjoy easy skills, all right? Huh? Dr. Asim, you said they were easy. Let's see how you will do with those easy skills or in those easy skills, all right? So this is what we took last time, guys, on Saturday, and many of you guys were there. We talked about using adjectives after linking verbs. This is what we talked about, right? We said that sometimes, there are verbs, which are not like the rest. Okay, they are different. We call them linking verbs. They function like the verb to be. Okay, look at this example, for example. Look this. She spoke nicely. She spoke nicely. So what is this nicely? It's an adverb. So what is this lesson all about, So an adverb rather than an adjective will come directly after a verb. We said, What? An adverb, not an adjective, will come after a verb. This is the verb, right? Do we have it here? Yes, it is. All right. Because the adverb is describing the verb. So this is fine. She spoke nicely. But look at this example here. He seems. Seems is a verb. What do we have after it though? Do we have another example here down here? This one. Let's stick to this one first. Let's discuss this one and then that one. She looks nice. Look at the difference between this sentence and this sentence. She looks nice. It's like she is, by the way. Looks here functions as is, right? It doesn't sound like this verb, This is like a kind of action verb, spoke, action verb, all right? So these verbs, guys, like looks, like not just look, We have several here. Look, appear, be, become, feel, look, prove, seem, smell, taste. All of these verbs, they are called, look, it says here, linking verbs. Okay? Now, what about these verbs? When we have them in a sentence, they're not followed by an adverb. So we would think that every verb is going to be followed by an adverb in this kind of way. She spoke nicely. He ran quickly. He drank slowly, drank water, slowly, something of that kind. All right? But then when we have one of these, do we have an adverb? Try any one of them. Try any one of them. Look, she looks nice. He felt, let's say feel, but in the past, he felt what? Comfortable. He felt warm. He felt cold. So warm, cold, comfortable. Are these adverbs? So we would expect after verbs, all kinds of verbs that we will have an adverb, right? But unfortunately, you have just tried this one and it doesn't even have an example. ما في مثال عليها هاي هلا احنا ألفنا الأمثلة, right? He felt comfortable. He felt hungry. When I got home, I felt hungry, right? So what are these words that follow these verbs over here? They are called adjectives. Why with these verbs? Just because these verbs are called linking verbs, guys. هدول أفعال دورهم في الحياة، دورهم في الجملة إنه يعملوا linking, ربط للجملة. All right? They are just like is. When someone in Arabic asks you something like, she is, what's is? شو هي is? شو ترجمتها? What is it translated into? You see? So it does have a translation. I'm not going to say it doesn't, at all. But its purpose really is to link. Okay? It's more of a word that is used to link. And here is. Look at it here. Be is, you know that. Be means it contains is, it contains am, it contains are, it contains was, it contains were, right? And of course, whenever you say something like she is, what? Beautiful, an adjective. She is tired. He is what? Unhappy, and so on. So we have adjectives after these verbs. Like I said, again, our lesson is all about what? The idea that, with some verbs, here they are, not just any. Memorize them, guys. Use them. you know, you cannot have an adverb. You will have an adjective. That was our lesson. Yeah, move, move, move. Come on, quick, quick, quick. Let's move to the next lesson. Where are we? All right, we have to start something new, guys. But this is just to say, to help you guys out, those who were absent, you know, I want to do you guys a favor and tell you what we've been doing, all right? Position adjectives and adverbs correctly. We also talked about where you can place the adjective and where you can place the adverb, like position, like where you can put them, all right? Look at these examples, all right? Yes, Dr. Nuda, what do you want to say?
يس دكتور سكيل نمبر 48 احنا اخذناها صح حكيتي بدنا نبدأ بشيء جديد
On Saturday, were you there on Saturday?
كنت دكتورة موجودة
Yeah, I'm revising these. أنا عم براجع بهدول دكتورة نورا. Do you know why?
أنا
Yeah. For the sake of those who were not there, I'm just quickly revising. Okay.
تمام اوكي.
All right.
دكتورة مثل ما قلتي إنه تصير كل محاضرة بدنا ناخذ 2 skill.
Not 2 skills يعني نص ساعة وباي باي. No, 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 no.
لا أكيد
skills
أكيد.
And I have something for you. Don't worry. I'm gonna fill up the time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we want to go for skill 48, position adjectives and adverbs correctly. We talked about this, that where can we place these adjectives? Where can we place these adverbs? When نحطهم هالadjectives والadverbs? Look at the sentence over here. طبعا guys, we learn through sentences, huh? And sometimes the sentences, the ones that we learn from could be correct, and the ones that we learn from could be incorrect. You know that, okay? So look at this sentence. The information important, of course not. I think all of you guys know where to position this adjective, right? So usually before nouns, we use adjectives like this. We say the important information is on the first page, all right? So we have adjectives coming before nouns, okay? Where do we position an adjective? Here in such a sentence before the noun, right? Look at this example. So from this example, we generalize, okay, guys? He has taken recently, an English course. Of course, we have talked about this, okay? We said that, you know, this is an adverb, okay? And this sentence has a subject. Look, he has a verb, present perfect verb. He has taken, يعني هو أخذ, right? أخذ إيش? An English course, درس لغة إنجليزية. This is the object, المفعول به, right? So when we have a sentence, guys, that has a subject, a verb, and an object in this kind of way, and we have an adverb, where do we put the adverb? Look, these are the 3 ways that you can put, you know, or position the adverb. Either recently he has taken an English course before the whole sentence begins, or between the 2 sections of the verb, if it's made of 2 sections like this, he has recently. He has recently taken an English course. And then the 3rd way is at the end, he has taken an English course recently. Okay? Understood, guys? And this is that was our lesson. That's all. So now do we know where we can position our adjectives, where we can position sometimes adverbs, all right? So these are cases where people sometimes made mistakes, guys. That's why, remember, I told you, why have these skills been, you know, let me say, formulated in this kind of way? These skills were decided on because not Arabs, let me say, not Arabs, all right? But people learning English as a second language have made these mistakes. It's not, you know, intentional. These mistakes are not intentional, guys. These are mistakes that were, you know, actually committed by people who learned the English as a second language, all right? Or as a foreign language, you can say, if you want, all right? And based on that, you know, the book, the writer, you know, the people of TOEFL, okay, are, you know, just trying to help you guys out, improve, and not commit to, you know, these mistakes that former people have committed to, okay? Let's move to ly adjectives. Now this is new, right? New. Skill 49, recognize ly adjectives. Now there are some adjectives, guys. This is new. So please pay attention and let's give this special attention because this is something that we have not discussed before, right? What is this lesson about? So we have to recognize the ly adjectives. There are some adjectives, guys, that end in ly. Not everything in English that has an ly, guys, is an adverb. Okay, unfortunately. Now, the bad news. We have some adjectives that end in ly. Well, how do I know that they are adjectives and not adverbs? All right? How do I know? Put them in a sentence, guys, and see how they will work. You know, if your English is of a certain level, I'm sure you will, you know, realize that they are not adverbs. Let's try one. This food, this meal, هاي الوجبة, هذا الطعام, is costly. Is costly. Costly means expensive. It's another word for expensive. Okay? كلمة تانية لإيش؟ لإexpensive. That's what costly means. Okay? How did I use it? As an adverb or as an adjective? Let me know. Tell me. Yalla, I want to hear one of you guys say it loud and clear.
Adjective.
See? We use it as an adjective, not as an adverb.
Adjective, yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. So this is an adjective. Early. Early, the early bird catches the worm. Listen, it doesn't mean that these can never be used as adverbs, all right? Some of them could probably, but I mean they can also be used as adjectives and they have ly. It doesn't mean, I'm going to say this again, it doesn't mean that some of these words, not all of them, some of them could be used as adverbs. It just means that they could, all of these are used as adjectives too. Okay? So try this out. Have you heard the saying, the early bird catches the worm? Tell me if you have heard it. Say yes or no. Just yes if you have heard it before. Come on, this is a very popular American saying. يعني guys هذا يعني خلينا نقول مثل بتداولوه الناس في أمريكا, you know, the early bird catches the worm. يعني العصفور الطير اللي بيصحى بكير ايش guys؟ بيلاقي رزقه, بيلاقي طعامه, you know, قبل ما انه كل هالدنيا وهالعالم هالطيور كلياتها you know تتهافت ويصير في أزمة وما بيقدر يلحق له دور وياخذ, you know, because what do birds eat? They eat worms, right? اللي هي دودة الأرض, guys. It's very popular in the United States. You know, children would be, you know, looking for earthworms, اللي هي دودة الأرض, you know. I don't know, and then they enjoy it. It's like ants here in Jordan. Yani I barely see people or children looking for earthworms, but in America, it's like something fun to do. Children in the United States, they would like be looking for earthworms all the time. All the times, yeah. Okay, so have you noticed how it was used in the sentence? The early bird. So what have I described? The bird. Are you, I might ask you this question. Are you an early bird? What does it mean if I say, are you an early bird? طبعا, it's a metaphor, guys. هي تشبيه.
Are you get up early?
Good. Are you an early bird? That means, are you someone who wakes up early? And if you wake up at Fajr, like so many people, Dr. Ruba?
Yes, sure.
Help. All right. So many people, you know, they wake up early to pray Fajr and they stay up and they sleep early. So we call them early birds. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So back to the list. So guys, we can't make examples. We can't write sentence examples on all of these. Okay. But I hope that, you know, look at this, friendly. He is a friendly person. Okay. And the same with kindly. Okay. So you can use them in the same way. So these are, again, these are words, and these words are adjectives. They all end in ly. So for example, these guys, see these words, these, let me talk about these. Quarterly, weekly, yearly. We can talk about journals. If you guys are interested in publication, إذا بدكم تنشروا, you have to look up some journals. Some journals are quarterly journals. We say, see, quarterly journals. Weekly journal. Of course, we wish there were weekly journals, right? But you know, the popular, the common is yearly or quarterly, you know, journals, all right? Like that. Look, she's a lovely person. She's a lovely person. See? Huh? So again, guys, I'm going to repeat. These are words that end in ly. These words are adjectives. Ly adjectives. Okay. So not every ly word is an adverb. This is what the lesson is all about. And basically we finished it. Okay. So whenever you have a sentence, look it up. Check and see. Is it an ly adjective? If it's not, then it's an adverb. Okay. Generally, when a word ends in ly in English, it is an adverb. So most of the times, guys, the ly words are adverbs. But like I said, every time we talk about the a topic or an issue, there are always exceptional cases. You know that even in Arabic, the exceptions in Arabic are more than the exceptions in English. You know that, all right? Yeah. However, there are a few words ending in ly. في كم كلمة guys نهايتهم ly as adjectives, okay? These ly adjectives can cause confusion. طبعا guys, they can mess you up, but listen, if you use them in sentences when you study early on, you're not going to have that problem. يعني أنا متأكدة إنه أغلبكم, they use them, they've heard them, and you're going to use them in more sentences. يعني this problem will, stop, and it won't be a problem, and it won't even exist if you actually look these up. All right. يعني كتير من هاي الكلمات, just, look them up in sentence examples, guys. There are thousands of, sentences on the internet that have likely as part of the sentence, or lively, or lonely, or manly, etc. Okay. Do you want to know what these means? Dr. Ruba. Dr. Ruba, she did it again, but now she's wearing her hijab, so it's okay.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Currently,
Yeah.
yes, currently mean every 3 months.
Where is it?
Yes, currently mean every 3 months.
Quarterly.
Is it true? Currently.
Quarter. Listen,
Why it is not considered as a time adverb?
Why?
It
It's
is
an
not
adjective.
considered as adverb, time
Because we say
adverb.
something, listen, Dr. Ruba, we use this usually with journals, honestly speaking. This is a quarterly, let me say journal. A quarter means 25, guys. Do you know that when we talk about American coins, we have the cent or the penny, which is the smallest coin, okay? Like التعريف or القرش عنا يعني, all right? We have the nickel. Nickel is like 5 cents, يعني shilling. Nickel, okay? We have the dime. في عنا الدايم اللي هو زي ال10 قروش بس أصغر من النيكل. Can you imagine? And then we have the quarter, اللي هو 25, guys, percent of the dollar, اللي هو الربع. The quarter. So when we talk about quarterly, اللي هو ربعية, guys. إحنا بنقول ربعية. يعني journal ربعي. It seems that, the year is divided into, 4 sections, 12 months, right? That's the whole year. Let's divide the year into 4 sections. What does that mean? 4 sections. Maybe like every 5? No. Let me say 4 months, because 4 and 4, 8, 8 and 8. Well, that's also a lot. Maybe 3. Okay, 3 and 3, 6, then 3, 9, then we have to, 3. Oh my gosh, I should have known. Yes, guys, please do not, let me say, get me into math, all right? I have to think a lot about that. Okay, but 3 times 4 is 12. So yes, every 3 months, maybe they publish, some articles. That's why we call them, quarterly journals. I don't know. I've never published in those journals before, but I heard about them. All right. Yes, every 3 months, Dr. Ruba, you got it right. I helped you with the calculation and, you got it right. That's what it means. Okay. Do you have any other question besides that?
No thanks.
You're welcome. Did you check out the video that I posted? Well,
Which video?
Not
the
yet.
18th of November. I think that was of your concern.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, look it up.
Yes.
Okay? It's available right now. It's on
Okay.
YouTube. You can YouTube it now.
Okay.
All right. So let's take a look at the sentence. The manager turned in his weekly report. See how report is a noun and weekly here came before it, and it's not an adverb. All right. We can't say report weekly because it's not even used in English. All right. The word weekly, let's look it up. Where is it? Here it is. It's an adjective. See, although it ends in ly, it's an adjective. Yalla guys, come on. The questions. Each of the following sentences contains at least one adjective or adverb. So we have either one adjective or one adverb ending in ly. Circle the ly words and label them as either adjectives or adverbs, okay? Draw arrows to the words they describe, then indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Yalla, come on, guys. The first one is done for us. Federal taxes are yearly taxes, which must be paid every April. Federal taxes, what are they? Yearly taxes. Look at yearly. Where is yearly? There it is. See, it's an adjective. So yearly taxes. That's what federal tax is, a kind of tax, guys, in the United States of America. Okay, which must be paid every April. Okay, so this is fine, correct. Dr. Asim, we're glad to see your hand up.
Hi, Doctor.
Hi. Which sentence do you want to read?
Okay,
and tell us
Doctor,
whether it's correct?
I gonna pick sentence number 6.
Go ahead.
He did not have a manly reaction to the negatively comments.
Yeah, we have two words.
This is incorrect. This is incorrect sentence. The correction will be negative comments.
Good. But we should also point out something. Do you know what that is? Manly is an adverb. Is it correctly used also here, this, in this way, manly reaction? Here is manly. Take a look at it, manly. And
Yes,
reaction is a
Doctor,
noun.
it's correct
So this is
because
correct.
it's adjective.
Yes, good job. So it's correctly used, but the problem is not with this now. We have the problem, as you just said, it's this. So the problem is that this cannot be used as an adjective. This is an adverb, okay? And we don't have a, let me say a verb or an adjective to describe it here. So here we have a noun. We need to use a regular adjective, not an ly one, right? Here, a negative, so negative comments. This is how it's used in English, right? We say negative comments, not with the ly. Look at negative over here. Is it here? It's not. So it's not among the adjectives that could be used in the ly. Yeah, so that's why it's incorrect. So guys, fix this. This is a noun, We need an adjective, but this adjective cannot be in ly because these are the only ly adjectives. Look, see? So fix this. So it's fine as negative, but not with the ly. Okay, we say sometimes he's a negative person. Dr. Asim, do you know what that means when I say that this person is a negative person?
هي سلبي إنسان.
Yeah, so someone who always looks at the bright or dark side of things. Dark,
No, dark.
or bright, Just say dark or bright.
Dark.
Yes. So it always looks at the empty half and not the full half of things, right? Yeah, thank you so much for your answer. Who would like to help us out? iPhone guest, who's the iPhone? I don't know who that is.
هذا أنا دكتور. هذا أنا إسراء دكتور.
Okay, Dr. Isra, go ahead.
Number 3.
All right.
Do you want to go to the early movie or the lately movie?
So what's the problem?
With early, see, for me, I understand it. So I don't know where's the mistake.
No, there's no mistake here. Here,
there's no mistake because
early movie is
yeah.
fine. Say, see, early, you can use it before a noun in this kind of way. Yeah. So
but the problem with the lately?
Yeah,
lately?
we don't have, do we look at here? Look at this, let me say, what did we call this? This table. All right.
Okay.
Do we have lately? Do we have lately?
No, there is no lately.
Yeah,
so...
as an adjective, Dr. Isra, as an adjective, you can't say this because الفيلم المتأخر بالإنجليزي بنقول عنه late movie. Okay.
Okay.
اللي هو فيلم الساعة 10 مثلا, all right, فيلم الساعة 12, late movie we say, okay? It's not used in this kind of way. هلا في كلمة lately بالإنجليزي بس مش as an adjective like that. It's like a time expression. زي كلمة دالة على الزمن وعلى الوقت, all right? So we say that he visited me lately. يعني هو زارني مش من زمان. كيف إحنا لما نقول مش من زمان lately يعني
like recently?
Yeah, okay. Exactly, like recently. Okay? But then over here, it's not, the same. Okay, we're not talking about it here as an adjective or an adverb in that kind of, we're using it here as a time expression, okay?
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Anytime, thank you. So we have Dr. Khulud. I can't hear you, Dr. Khulud. Do you want to choose one of these sentences to read and tell us whether the sentence is correct or not? Have you made a choice yet? Dr. Khulud, can't hear you. Are you connected to your AirPods like my laptop was before? No? Well, let's take a look at 7 together. Maybe she'll be back. She'll do 8 or 9 or 10. All right. Let's take a look at 7 together, guys. The likely outcome of the purchase. The likely. What do you think of likely? Is it here somewhere? Likely. Is it acceptable? Look at it here. Is it there? Here it is. Likely. And outcome, guys. Outcome معناها النتيجة. So this is a noun. The likely outcome of the purchase of the costly car. Wow, very long, okay? Is that he will not be able to pay his monthly bills. The likely outcome of the purchase of the costly car. Guys, what does this mean? يعني شكله هذا اللي اشترى السيارة يبدو إنه النتيجة بما إنه اشترى السيارة, you know, and this car is very expensive, costly car. Look, costly car. Is that he won't be able to pay his monthly bills. شكله ما راح يقدر يدفع أقساطه. يعني في ناس بتورطوا, هاي الجملة بتحكي عن كثير من الناس اللي بتورطوا بدفعات من الفلوس, بيشتروا بالدين أشياء معينة وبحطوا على حالهم أقساط, guys, all right? And they know that they won't be able to pay those monthly bills. Bills معناها فواتير, guys, like the amount of money that they should pay monthly, all right? So this is really what it means. It's a reflection of, you know, like a person who bought something, a car, which is expensive here, and is unable to pay, you know, his bills, honestly speaking, all right? And of course, you know, he's going to be hungry and he's going to have to find a way to pay the bills, right? Okay, so I don't think there's a problem in this sentence. Likely outcome of the purchase of the costly car. So we have it used here. It's fine. It's used here. Fine. Costly car. Say go back to the, you know, to the table. You can find these as adjectives, ly adjectives before nouns, and everything is fine. He will not be able to pay his monthly bills. So this is also used. Go back to monthly. Here it is. See it? Monthly bills. اللي هي الأقساط الشهرية, guys. اللي هي الفلوس الشهرية لازم تندفع اللي هي, you know, أقساط شهرية basically, all right? Monthly bills, things that you have to pay, an amount of money that you have to pay per month here, all right? Let's take a look at the other page, you know. On the other page, we have more exercises. And I think Dr. Khulud, if you're back, are you back? Oh, I think something went wrong and she's unable to connect with us. All right. Does anybody want to do one of these sentences? Come on, guys. Come on, help me out here. I can't do this all on my own. Come on. There's a participation grade. You know that. Yeah, Dr. Asim. I'm so happy that you're being helpful today. I thought you were against raising hands and answering questions.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I will choose sentence number 9.
Yeah.
She takes her daily medication on the regularly schedule.
What do you think?
I think this is incorrect answer.
Yeah.
Incorrect sentence.
Incorrect.
The mistake is in word regularly.
Yes, guys, you have to memorize the words that could be used in ly as adjectives. So this is not one that could be used. Good job. So here we go. She takes her daily medication. Daily medication is correct. All right. All right. Daily medication is fine. Nothing is wrong with that. Okay. That means the medication that he or she takes every day. We're talking about a woman here. All right. Lots of people have daily medications, maybe your moms, your dads, because, you know, they're older people now, right? And they're very sick probably, or some of them are just sick, but they have to. Yeah. I'll come back to you, Dr. Khulud. I'll come back to you. I can hear you. Just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah. You can choose either 8. Listen, Dr. Khulud, you can choose either 8 or 10. Okay. But give me a minute. Let me finish discussing this sentence.
Yes. Okay.
So she takes her daily medication. This is fine, on a regular schedule. Regular is among the words that don't end in ly as an adjective, okay? We say a regular schedule. برنامج دوري فيه نظام معين, فيه نسق معين, all right? So I say, this is my regular schedule that I wake up every day at 8 or at 7, and then I have my coffee, I go teach my classes, come back home by 2:30. This is my regular schedule. Okay, هذا برنامجي الاعتيادي النمطي أو الروتيني, all right? And the way we use it is we say regular. This is just a regular day. See, regular day, we say, okay? Like a day like every other day, and like, you know, those days that we experience every day, all right? So a regular day, a regular person, he's just a regular person, we say sometimes, okay? About people, okay? We don't use the ly to describe any kind of noun here. So this is wrong. And of course, you can always go back to the, you know, table to check and see if it could be used in this kind of way. It's not used in that kind of way. And guys, we have to, like, this is, we go look at the schedule, sorry, or I mean at the table at the beginning, but then you have to memorize whether this is okay or not, you know. I'm sure many of you guys have an ear for these words. Yeah, and you know that they're not used correctly when they're not used correctly because you have gotten, you know, let me say, used to these words anyway. Dr. Khulud, 8 or 9, 8 or 10, I mean, sorry.
Number 10.
Yes, go ahead.
It is more obvious for me. Okay. Yes. The kindly neighbor paid hourly visits to her unhealthily friends.
That was hard to say. That was hard to say.
It should be unhealthy. It should be unhealthy.
Good.
Unhealthy, yeah, friends.
Good. The kind neighbor, right? The kindly neighbor. You can say this, by the way. Listen, let me tell you guys something. Yes. I never used the word kindly in this way. Because you can say kind neighbor and you can say kindly neighbor. For me, I'm telling you, I teach English, all right? I never use kindly in that kind of way. I say my kind neighbor, you know, my friend is kind. I use it in that kind of way without the ly. So, but you cannot reject the ly. Do you know why? Because it's correct. It's standard English. So you can say the kindly neighbor and you can say the kind neighbor. Both of them are right, all right? But according to the sentence, can we say this is wrong? No, it's not wrong. This is correct. This is used in English, all right? The kindly neighbor paid hourly visits. Now tell me, Dr. Khulud, this is correct? Hourly visits?
Yes, hourly, it's found in the table. It's correct.
And correct, hourly visits to her unhealthily friend. What do you think of this last unhealthily?
It's wrong. Unhealthy.
Yeah, unhealthy. We use it. I think all of you are aware of this word, right? We all say unhealthy, So the kindly neighbor, الجار أو الجارة اللطيفة, you know, طيبة, all right? Paid, hourly visits باستمرار بتزور جارتها صديقتها يعني بالساعات, all right? Why? Because her friend is, you know, unhealthy, because her friend is unhealthy. She's an old woman who's sick and tired, and, you know, and she would be really happy if she had, you know, a neighbor like this lady, you know, visit her, right? Okay. So we want to move on to reading right now. Okay. Who can help us with the page number so that we can run and not take a lot of time? Page number. So in 10 minutes, guys, I'm going to revise what we took last time in the reading, or 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'm going to give you guys a break, and then we'll come back for another reading skill. And if we have more time, there will be something also else that I would like to share with you. Okay. I'm not going to force the new information on you. If we have time, we must take a 2-hour plus class. Okay. And if we have time, that is when I will share the new information with you. All right. But it's not my intention to give you a class longer than 2-10, you know, with the break, let me say. The break should be like 15 minutes. Okay?
Doctor, tomorrow we have exam, Arabic exam.
You do?
كفاية.
No,
yes,
but
so
I cannot
can...
really... It's okay, Dr. Isra.
Next time we can take more.
You're strong and powerful, and you can do it, yani. All right?
Inshallah. It's not easy.
I'm going to pray for you. Ya Rab, please,
thank you.
Well in the Arabic exam. That's all I can do. I cannot do more than that. Let's take a look at skill. You're welcome. Skill 7, guys. Quickly, please. Okay. So we talked about this last time. If you came to the Saturday class, this is what we talked about. إذا اجيتوا على محاضرة السبت هذا الحكي حكينا عنه. Answer transition questions correctly. وفي ناس طبعا فلسعوا بكير, ran away quickly, huh? Or left early. And I understand, guys, that you guys have issues and things like that. Guys, at the beach, be at the beach. At home, be at home. At work, be at work. In your sessions, be in your sessions, all right? Yeah. Anyway. Answer transition questions correctly. First of all, we have to know what are transition questions, you know. Transition questions are questions that ask you either about the topic before the paragraph. يعني there will be a paragraph. تعرفوا هاي نصوص, guys. These are paragraphs. إما فقرة من فقرة أو فقرتين وبنسألكم عن usually it's going to be one. رح تكون فقرة واحدة لأن رح نسألكم عن اللي قبل واللي بعد. All right. So transition means يعني we are going to move from one section to another, one idea to another. يعني we might be talking about, like last time, we were talking about stories or myths. بالنص السابق, we talked about a myth. Let's take a look. Let me go slower. Or make this small. So we read this passage last time. قرأنا هذا النص المرة الماضية. Here it is. It's about a myth عن أسطورة. All right, here it is. لا, it's even made up of 2 paragraphs, okay? So, and then there's this question, another myth of the ocean. Look, another myth of the ocean. يعني أسطورة أخرى عن المحيطات يعني صارت في المحيط. بتخص واحد اسمه Davy Jones, about Davy Jones, who in folklore is the mean-spirited sovereign of the oceans. This guy, what is he? He's like in charge of the ocean, and he's not a kind person, not the opposite of kind. He's mean, evil, all right? The name Jones, where does it come from? Is thought by some etymologists, اللي هو خبراء اللغة, guys, to have been derived from the name Jonah. It came from the word Jonah. What's Jonah? Jonah is the Hebrew prophet. اللي هو الإيش? Prophet, Dr. Ali. We're going to go back to you for this kind of information. Prophet means Nabi. He's prophetic. يعني عنده نبوة, all right? Something like that. Like he can foresee or something like that, like information that others cannot. Who spent 3 days in a whale's belly. طبعا هذا قضى 3 أيام في بطن الحوت, guys. Belly means بطن, you know, stomach. So I think all of you guys know that this story is the story of who? Of Sayyidina Yunus, right? Etc. Anyway, الفكرة, guys, بدنا نعرف شو يعني transition question. اللي هو a question like this. Sorry. The paragraph preceding this passage, الفقرة أو النص اللي قبل هذا النص. Okay? What could it be about? عن إيش ممكن يكون? Most probably discusses. إيش بده يناقش؟ برأيكم لما واحد يقول لك إنه another myth of the ocean concerns Davy Jones. That means the previous paragraph, شو يعني الفقرة
There is one myth before.
Thank you so much. Was about another myth, but not about Davy Jones, maybe about something else or someone else, right? Yeah. So it seems that we might be talking about, listen, guys, about the myth of Gilgamesh. Have you ever heard of that myth before? Something like that. All right. Yeah. So the paragraph preceding this passage most probably discusses the youth of Davy Jones, Shababo la Davy Jones, or Davy Jones' career, Amalu, as a sailor, a different traditional story. What do you think, guys, from the sea? قصة تقليدية أخرى عن البحار, preparing to travel on the ocean. What do you think, guys? So this is really what it's sea, of course, a different traditional story from the sea, okay? Because basically when someone says another myth, so it seems that there was a myth before, you know, that was discussed, right? في أسطورة أخرى تم نقاشها من قبل, all right? So this is the best answer. So this is what we mean by transitional, guys. يعني what's before, what's next, okay? What is before this paragraph? إيش ممكن يكون الموضوع تاع الفقرة اللي قبل؟ وإيش ممكن يكون السطر القادم أو الموضوع القادم أو الفقرة القادمة, you know, the coming one, the one to come, all right? Based on what you read, okay? Like, look at this, guys. Let's take a look at this paragraph. According to tradition, any object that goes overboard and sinks to the bottom of the ocean is said to have gone to Davy Jones' locker. طبعا هذا, guys, you know, بالtradition الإنجليزي, all right? Even in America, they say this. يعني أي واحد بيكون على سفينة، على متن سفينة أو قارب وبوقع غرض منه، يعني ولد صغير كان يلعب لعبة وقعت والله لتحت. أكيد we're not going to, we're not going to Dr. Isra. Your phone is on, the camera is on. You don't, Dr. Isra. My gosh. Going on, guys, come on.
sorry هذا ابني.
Yeah, your son has exposed you without hijab. I'm sorry to say, though. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. All right. Now we're gonna have to bring Abdul Rahim again and get him to, create a kind of new video now and remove part of the video. All right. Anyway, let's continue, So the topic of the paragraph following the passage most likely is what? Look at the end. We were talking about this. We're saying that, if something falls into the ocean, people in America, in Britain, they would tell their children, oh, guess what? This toy, it's never going to come back. You know who took it? Davy Jones took it. Where is it now? In his locker. Locker like khazina, And that's why so many people, when they dove into the ocean, they would find lots of, treasures, right?
Items.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And even you missed this. We talked about Titanic last time. All right. Because it's a famous ship. We don't even know if it existed, but we had this chit chat about it. Okay. Needless to say, any sailor on the sea is not so eager to take a tour of Davy Jones' locker, although it might be a rather interesting trip. I want to ask you a question, guys. Why wouldn't any sailor be interested in going down into the ocean to search Davy Jones' locker? I wouldn't be interested. If they tell me all the money in the world is there, I would not be interested. Why?
It is an hard trip.
Yes.
And have a full of adventure.
Yes. Who would want to go to the deepest places in the ocean where, there would be sharks just, everywhere, roaming around, and I would be the stranger, right? Yeah, I don't want that. I'm going to lose my life for the money, then, why go there for the treasures and so on, right? If I'm not going to make use of that money and those treasures anyway, because I'm not going to live, right? Yeah. Okay, so guys, take a look. Although it might be a rather interesting trip, some people, they're risky, they don't mind maybe if they might lose their lives or, I don't know, or not, considering all the treasures located there. So it might be an interesting, place to go to, Davy Jones' locker, because it's full of treasures, right? Now, the paragraph preceding this passage, we already talked about this. Now, the topic of the paragraph following the passage. Guys, if there was going to be a topic, now, after this passage, what would it be? It has to be connected. Listen to me. Your clue. What's your clue? The last sentence of this paragraph. Go again. Read it again. Look, needless to say, any sailor, لأنه دايما guys, السطر الأخير بالفقرة ترى من قوانين الكتابة إما بيكون ملخص لهذا السطر اللي هون أو بيكون بيقدم الفقرة الجاية. بيقدم، تعرفوا من قوانين الكتابة هيك when you are writing an essay، لما إنسان يكتب research paper أو مقال لازم إما آخر سطر يعني يكون إعادة للجملة بالفقرة الأولى بس بطريقة هيك interesting or يقدم الفقرة الجديدة أو التوبيك الجديدة. هاي من قوانين الكتابة على فكرة. في ناس ما بيلتزموا بهاي القوانين، بس هاي قوانين بتخلي بتساعد على قبول النشر بشكل أسرع. Do you know that? Anyway, so the topic of the paragraph following. فبرأيكم انتوا الفقرة اللي ممكن تتبع هاي الفقرة اللي هون most likely is راح تكون غالبا عن ايش guys valuable
items.
Yeah, located at the bottom of the ocean, or where Davy Jones is found today. No, of course not. We already talked about this.
No.
Jonah and the whale. When Jonah and the whale, it's right here. All right, preventing objects from falling. شو هذا موضوع جديد ملوش علاقة, So the best, answer is valuable items located at the bottom of the oceans, right? Or of the ocean, I'm sorry, okay? That's the best answer. So we want to go now to, do you want a break? And then come back to our new unit? What do you think? Yalla. Let me see your hands up if you want a break. Who wants a 15-minute break? 15 minutes, okay?
Yes.
So
Yes.
we'll stop for 15 minutes, take a deep breath, drink some coffee, drink some water, and come back for 20 to 50 minutes maybe. Bye for now.